What's up, guys? My name is Mr. Turley, and this is a track review of the construction yard. So, very interesting track I came across. It's actually an older MX Simulator track, but very amazing, as you guys can see right here. I mean, totally unique look to it. It's a lot like there's some track like this on Alive, or one of those, Alive, yeah, I think it's Alive, where it's kind of like a construction yard. It may have been some kind of DLC, I can't remember, but you guys probably know what I'm talking about if you're real motocross gamers. It's a lot like that, kind of similar. I guess not a lot like that, but it's got this similar vibe overall, if you know what I mean. It's kind of just got the construction where you're kind of down in like a quarry or something like that. So very cool overall, very interesting, and you can come across some old gems for sure if you look pretty hard for some older MX Simulator tracks. There's definitely some good ones that I never even knew were out before, so definitely recommend you guys just checking out some of the older tracks for MX Simulator because they're really good. A lot of the older tracks have some weird traction, but sometimes you can find some ones that have pretty normal, pretty realistic traction, and this one's got a pretty realistic feel to it, so it can definitely trick you up here and there, but overall traction's pretty good on this track. So fun little couple jump sections right here, nice little quad, definitely the whole off-track look to this entire track is super good because it really looks like there's construction work and a quarry, and that's definitely what it looks like, and everything off the track fits that totally. So you really can't beat that when it comes to off-track and on-track stuff. It all just comes together and it just fits that overall vibe. I know you guys make fun of me saying vibe a bunch, but it's when you think about the vibe of a track, that will make a track become something great. Is if you got to have something in mind before you even start working on a track. You've got to have something in mind where you're going, okay, I'm going to make this track like this certain thing, instead of just going in there and just starting to build a track and then all of a sudden you just got this weird track. It's better to have a vibe inside of your head before you ever even like start on it, if that makes sense. Like you already got to kind of know what you're going to build before you really start. That's what I like to do with my tracks. When I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, I'm going to make this track like a Hawaii vibe, or like a tropical kind of vibe, or something like like Jupiter space kind of vibe overall. So it's just, if you're beginner track makers or something like that, that's the main thing I would say tip-wise, is just have something in mind that you want to make, and then it's so much easier to actually end up making it in the long run, instead of just hopping on there and just starting to build without really having an idea on what you want. That's kind of hard to do. Now, I'm not talking about have a full layout and of this and of that and draw it on paper and figure all the stuff out. I'm not talking like that. I'm just saying have the overall feeling of the track in your mind, what you want it to be like. This fits a construction vibe 110% right here. Okay, you really can't get any better than this for this kind of track. So and it's also good to make a track that hasn't been made before, hence the Jupiter, Pluto, Mars, this, that, and another. I don't think I have made a Mars. I think I've made every planet now, boys. I lose track of it, but anyways, I'm making planets that aren't even planets anymore, Pluto. But yeah, man, just that's always a smart idea when you're building tracks, is just have that main idea, and it doesn't have to be crazy like mine, like a Pluto or a Space Jam. It doesn't have to be like that. You can make something more like this, where it's like either a specific woodland area on the world that you're trying to like mimic. That's always a good idea to have, instead of just making another woodland track or another. Those get old over time. I mean, they're fun and all, but like really have something in your mind that you want to make, and I'm telling you, the more unique you make it overall, the better it's going to be. Even if your track's not that good, if it's unique, like looking and feeling, people are going to love it, I promise. So yeah, that's just some custom track tip making kind of vibe right there. So but yeah, overall, just super awesome track. I was too busy giving you guys some tips. I really didn't even talk about any of these sections, but all these jump sections are super unique. It all just fits into the track, if that makes sense. Like all your jumps, there's never just like a spot where you're like, why is that there? Or what's going on there? Like it all really looks like you naturally just made. I could see this being a real track, and it may be. I don't think it is, but it may be. But I could just super awesome. Looks like a real track, and everything just fits like where where the vehicles and the like bulldozers and all that stuff. And this right here just looks super awesome. It's just like those little construction buildings that, you know, people go stay in, even like gas and oil rigs and stuff like that. It looks really good. So I got the trailer going on there. So off-track objects can definitely pull a track together too as well. That's another little tip. So, but yeah, the ruts, it's overall pretty smooth track. So it's got kind of more of a supercrossy feel. You know, everything's kind of in a tighter area, but overall, just really one of my favorite motocross tracks. I mean, just so much fun and well made. Everything came together totally. Like, you couldn't get any better. I'm telling you, as far as a construction track vibe, you can't get any better than this because it all came together. Like, every aspect of it is there, so you can't get any better than that, and it's a totally unique look. So but yeah, just overall really fun track. I'm going to say the difficulty is medium, and I'm going to give this thing a 10 overall rating for sure. There's nothing better than getting a unique track, man. There's just nothing better than it making something that nobody else has made before, and that's with everything in life. You know, I mean, I can give you guys life lessons here and there and everywhere, but even with a YouTube channel and everything you do in life, don't like try to follow people. Be a leader, if that makes sense. Do your own thing, and I'm telling you, people are gonna love it. So that's the way with anything in life. So anyways, so giving you brosos some life skills, but anyways, pretty awesome track overall, and definitely recommend you guys checking it out, including some more of the just super older MX Simulator tracks. I'm gonna try to get to reviewing some of those. So really fun overall, and I appreciate all you guys watching these videos, and I'm gonna keep on making them. So appreciate it, guys. Thanks.